this is an opportunity for Mr. Fadel Adams to explain himself before court as to what were the purpose of his visits, and what type of information was he sourcing from that particular hitman. Like I indicated, Mr. Fadel Adams is well aware that the Political Killings Task Team has been investigating this particular case since 2018. They had already linked about 5 suspects to this particular case. And he knew that this was the hitman. This was the person who was ordered to kill Mr. Sinditso Magaqa. And he knew at that time that we had overwhelming evidence that was linking that particular hitman to the crime scene. So I think it's an opportunity now for Mr. Fadel Adams to really explain before a court of law what were the reasons of his visit and him taking down a statement, because he is not a detective, he is not a police officer, and he knows that there is a team, a dedicated team that is working tirelessly on this case. A lot of resources have been spent on this particular case to ensure that there was a breakthrough in the Sinditso Magaqa case.
Fadel Adams, leader of the National Coloured Congress, NCC, has been arrested in Cape Town following a directive from the South African Police Services SAPS Political Killings Task Team PKTT. The arrest comes after Adams was instructed to present himself at a police station in connection with allegations of fraud and defeating or obstructing the cause of justice. He handed himself over to authorities at Parliament Village on Tuesday, where the Political Killings Task Team members subsequently took him into custody. According to SAPS, a J50 warrant had been issued for Adams' arrest. National Police spokesperson Athlenda Mathe confirmed that the warrant stems from a serious claims that Adams interfered with an ongoing investigation into the murder of former African National Congress Youth League, ANC Youth League Secretary General Sinditso Magaqa. Mathe stated that investigators uncovered evidence suggesting Adams engaged with a convicted hitman linked to the Magaqa case at a critical and sensitive stage of the probe. Authorities believe this interaction may have compromised aspects of the investigation. The arrest follows a series of public statements made by Adams in recent days, in which he accused SAPS and KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner General Nhlanhla of misconduct. Addressing the media at Parliament earlier on Tuesday, Adams alleged that members of the Political Killings Task Team had conducted an unlawful raid at a property he previously owned in Mitchell's Plain. He claimed that approximately 15 officers stormed in a residence in Westridge over the weekend in search of him. According to Adams, the officers failed to present the valid search or arrest warrant and allegedly used excessive force during the operation. He further claimed that the firearms were pointed at a woman, a 12-year-old boy was assaulted, and the occupants of the home were left traumatized. Adams maintained that he no longer resides at the property, stating that he sold it several weeks prior to the incident. He criticized the task team's actions, questioning their competence and accusing them of targeting the wrong address despite operating with substantial public funding. And said with a budget of hundreds of millions of rand a year, this unit cannot even verify an address, adding that innocent civilians were subjected into intimidation and humiliation during the raid. He has since opened a case of intimidation against SAPS and alleged that the operation was orchestrated by Nhlanhla. When pressed on the absence of photographic or video evidence of the alleged raid, Adams claimed that residents were too fearful of police retaliation to document the incident. The NNC leader also addressed controversy surrounding his use of a blue light escort during a visit to Westville Prison. Adams defended his actions, stating that he was accompanied by Metro Police while performing official duties, including interviewing the convicted hitman linked to Magaqa's murder. Adams claimed that the hitman provided a written statement alleging police involvement in the assassination and was willing to testify without seeking any form of leniency or benefit. He criticized General Mkhwanazi for failing to act on this information and instead suggesting to Parliament that Adams himself had engaged in wrongdoing. In his briefing, Adams revealed that he had attempted to escalate the matter to Acting Police Minister Feroz Kachelia and Acting National Police Commissioner Buleng Dimpane, but claimed he received no response. He further presented what he described as an email correspondence from General Mkhwanazi related to the warrant and communication with investigators. Additionally, Adams shared a letter from the NNC containing the contact details of his legal representative, indicating readiness to cooperate with legal processes. As for now, SAPS has not issued a formal response to Adams' allegations regarding the alleged raid or claims to misconduct by members of the Political Killings Task Team. The case adds another layer of complexity to the long-running investigation into Sindiso Magaqa's murder, a case that has already exposed deep tensions and allegations of political interference within law enforcement structures. Adams' arrest is expected to intensify scrutiny on both the conduct of investigators and the claims made by those entangled in the high-profile probe. Earlier today, the SAPS has called on Fadel Adams to immediately hand himself over to authorities after he failed to honor an agreement to surrender at the Cape Town Central Police Station on Monday. The PKTT confirmed it is in possession of a J50 warrant for the arrest of Adams, relating to charges of fraud and defeating or obstructing the course of justice. According to the national spokesperson of the SAPS, the warrant is linked to serious allegations of interference in the high-profile investigation into the murder of former ANC Youth League Secretary General Sindiso Magaqa. Magaqa, a ward councillor in Mzimkhulu at the time of his death, was ambushed in a hail of bullets. He died in hospital weeks later due to complication from his wounds. The task team revealed that the investigations uncovered evidence suggesting Adams interfered with a convicted and sentenced hitman at a very sensitive and advanced stage of the police's probe into the assassination. Matsi said police have gone through extensive efforts to locate Mr. Adams, including visiting multiple addresses associated with him. Arrangements were made with his attorney to hand himself over on Monday at the Cape Town Central Police Station, but as of now, he has not cooperated. Adams was expected to appear in KwaZulu-Natal court on Monday, but failed to make an appearance, despite repeated attempts by investigators to contact his legal counsel.
So the warrant of arrest was issued last week already, and hence the operations at the multiple addresses where the police were searching Mr. Fadel Adams, and that was before the press briefing that took place on Sunday. Our members were also there in Parliament, but due to certain restrictions, they couldn't then get access to Mr. Fadel Adams.
What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.